Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're taking a closer look at installing and of course dyno testing the Superchips Flashpaq F5 Tuner, available for all 09 to 10 5.4 liter F150s. You should be checking out this guy if you're looking for a convenient, very easy to use handheld tuner that not only can increase horsepower and torque, throttle response and acceleration, but also has options for different towing and hauling modes, as well as highway driving and finally performance. And on top of that, there's a number of other features I want to walk you through in this video, including how to change your tire size in order to account for larger wheels and tires. All of that's packed up into this Flashpaq F5. Now before we jump into the details here, let's head right on over to the dyno graph and check out some results. So we have our 2010 5.4 liter F150 strapped down to the dyno. It's got 35-inch tires on it, 93 octane in the tank, bone stock otherwise. We established our baseline run and walked away with 227 horsepower, 265 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. We then uploaded our Superchips Flashpaq F5 preloaded performance tune and then ran it under the same conditions. We walked away with 248 horsepower, 318 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. That's good for peak gains of 21 horsepower and 53 torque at the rear wheels. Those numbers alone for a simple 93 octane preloaded tune are very impressive. Under the curve, it gets even better. We're seeing curve gains of as much as 33 horsepower and 65 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels, which is going to make drivability so much more enjoyable. This truck's got a lot more low-end torque. We're seeing those big torque gains at about 3,300 RPMs, which is that low to mid range, exactly where you want it with these big rig trucks, especially with bigger wheels and tires on it. So with that said, guys, your truck is going to be, again, a lot more torquey. It's going to have a lot more throttle response and acceleration, and overall, I'm super impressed with our preloaded tunes. All right, now speaking of those tunes that I mentioned earlier here, you have your performance, you have an 87 octane, you have a heavy tow mode, as well as a mileage saver XS. Now, the mileage saver is pretty straightforward. It's gonna be for highway driving, guys who wanna save some money at the fuel pump. That's gonna be a good option for people who are one, daily commuting, doing mostly highway miles, or those long road trips. Heavy tow is a good option here, preloaded onto your device if you find yourself towing or hauling larger cargo in the bed, or if you're pulling a trailer behind you. That is definitely a tune you want to take advantage of. It puts a lot of low-end torque available on your truck to make it a lot easier on your vehicle to tow heavier loads. It's also going to give you access to a little bit more torque at the top end as well. Performance is a good option for guys looking to maximize power, which is what we saw on the dyno. That's the tune we're using here. And as you saw, it produces really impressive numbers for a very simple preloaded tune. 87 octanes, good for guys looking for a small bump in power and torque, throttle response and acceleration, without looking to spend the bigger bucks on 93 octane at the pump. So a lot of options for a lot of different driving applications, which I really like about the F5 device here from Superchips. It's got options. On top of that, they take your speedometer out of calibration. What that means is those bigger wheels and tires, like 35s, can make your speedometer up to 7 miles an hour off base, which can be a problem for guys driving on the road. You don't have an accurate reading. This device will calibrate to that and fix your speedometer to make sure it's accurate, and that's very important. Now, the device itself also has a couple of features built in to help you on the road. You have the gauges and data log screen. You can monitor live engine vitals on the fly, like intake air temperature, coolant temperature, you have oxygen sensors, speedometer you can also track right here. So a number of things you can track on the fly. As a matter of fact, you can look at up to 8 different options at once. Now, this device may not have as many options as a custom handheld tuner, such as the SCT X4 or RevX devices, but for a preloaded tuner, it does have enough options to really make it worthwhile to track some of those engine vitals at any time. You can also record a data log directly from that same screen. So if you're looking to see how your vehicle's performing, you can record that, and if you want to talk to a local tuner, you can see how your engine's performing and go from there. You also have access to a DTC code reader. Right on the device, you can read and clear check engine lights that come on, get a code, get a description, know what's going on. Once you fix the issue, you can get rid of the light as well and set it back to factory. The device is going to come in right around $400, and the install is going to get 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Anybody can tackle it in the driveway at home with about 30 minutes from start to finish. It can't be any easier. The only thing they mention here with this device is it does not hold custom tunes. If you don't think you're going to be interested in picking up custom tunes later on, then this device is great for guys looking to do everything I just said, calibrate for bigger wheels, looking to have different tow haul modes, performance, highway driving, all that's packed in here, just no custom tunes. I'm going to walk you through every step of the process, starting with those preloaded tunes, and then I'll show you some features. Let's get started. First step here, guys, grab your Flashpaq device from Superchips. The harness is already built in, it's hardwired into the device, so you don't have to plug them in separately. You're just going to take the OBD-II end and plug it into the OBD-II port located under the driver's side dash. You just follow the steering column straight down. It's right about in the middle there. Now we can hop in and get to work. All right, so the first thing, of course, you want to do is put your key in the ignition, turn it to the run position, but don't actually start your engine. I want to jump right into tuning, but just know from the main menu, you have tune, scan, and info as options. So we're going to go back to tune and select OK. Again, turn the ignition on, but don't start the engine, press OK when completed. All right, so now it's prompting us to turn the ignition off. Press OK when completed. And now we're going to go back on. All right, from here, it's basically reading the files. There's one of two, of course, so it'll load 0 to 100 twice. Just want to make sure you're not unplugging the device or turning the vehicle off unless prompted to do so. All right, so we're going to press OK. All right, from there, it'll load you right into the select tuning menu. From here, you'll have 4 options: performance, heavy tow, 87 octane, and the mileage saver. Now, mileage saver is a great choice for guys going on long highway road trips, or if you're daily commuting on the highway a lot. It's a good way to save some extra miles, make sure that your fuel mileage and economy is at its peak. 87 is good for a daily driver looking to just increase a little bit of throttle response and acceleration, but maybe not looking to spend all that money on 93 octane pump gas. Heavy tow, pretty obvious, good for guys who are towing, say, a trailer behind their truck, or if you have a lot of weight in your truck bed, this is gonna help you there. Performance is 93 or 91 and higher octane. We're focusing on 93, and that's what we're gonna go with here. We wanna see what we can maximize here with this tune. So I'm gonna select that. Performance is designed for a tow or haul up to 6,000 pounds, and 91 octane fuel is required. So we're gonna hit continue on that guy. Do you wanna optimize or customize options? We're gonna hit yes. With select options, you have rev limiter, speed limiter, tire size, wide open throttle, shift press, and then hit continue to move forward. So rev and speed limiters, we're gonna keep at the defaults here for the preloaded tune, but I do wanna change tire size. We have 35s on, so we wanna make sure we're accounting for that. This is also going to correct our speedometer. So anytime you add those larger wheels and tires, your speedometer is going to be off. So you want to make sure you're correcting that with this device, and that's really useful here. So we have 35, so I'm going to set that to 35s and press OK. All right. Now you can alter any other ones that you want to, and then when you're done, press continue. Building the tuning file is essentially applying any options that you've changed. All right, and then hit yes to program the tune file. So it says turn ignition off. So we're just gonna pull the key back, press OK when completed. It'll wait for the vehicle to power down and then prompt you to turn the key back on and hit continue again. Back on. So as you can see, we're now loading or writing the tune files. It looks like this is one of two, so it'll load 0 to 100 twice. You just want to make sure you're not unplugging the device or turning the key off unless prompted to do so. So let it load up, and then we'll come back at the end. All right, so we're going to turn the ignition off and press OK. Once it powers down, we'll turn it back on, and it'll continue. All right, turn the ignition off again, press continue. And back on. All right, so here it says vehicle DTCs or the diagnostic trouble codes are successfully cleared. Press OK to continue. And there you have it, tuning file installed. You can press OK again. Should take you right back to the main menu. Now, I want to show you guys some of the other features of your Flashpaq F5 aside from tuning the vehicle. So you saw tuning the vehicle is very simple. There's the menu with 4 tunes on it. You can swap between those easily without having to return to stock before you do so. So if one day you're driving on the highway and you have the mileage tune on and then you decide, you know what, I want to up performance and switch to the performance tune, you can do so very quickly right on the device. So all of that's available in that tune function menu. Going to the right here, you have scan. So if you hit select, this is your scan tooling diagnostics. So you can read and clear DTCs. So if your check engine light comes on, click this button in the scan tool menu. You can read the code, get a description, and you can clear it right there on the device. No need for any extra devices. Gauges and data log, I actually want to show you guys. We're going to select this, make sure our key is on, which it is, and press continue. This is basically going to allow you to track and monitor live engine vitals on the fly. Now, they may not have as extensive of a menu as a custom handheld tuner, but it does have some things that you might be interested in tracking. So you can press OK to set up. We have a couple of different options here. I'm going to take you through some of the key ones that most people track. You have misfire, intake, trans clutch, speed is a good one, O2 equivalent ratio. You have oxygen sensors and emissions here on page 2, and then you can hit start and it'll actually boot it up. So let's select a few. I'm going to select intake. Then from there you can select intake air temp as mass airflow. I'm going to do intake air temp. Go back. Let's look at speed. Do vehicle speed. Down here, let's track oxygen sensors. Why not? Bank 1. All right, from here we're going to hit start. While viewing gauges, you can press OK to start data logging to actually record vehicle's performance, and press OK again to start. Here we're going to press OK to confirm. So there you have it. There's 3 gauges that we selected. Up top we have intake air temp, middle is speed, bottom one is that O2 sensor, bank 1. So there you have it. It's really easy to use, and then from there, of course, again, press OK to data log. Left will go back. So from here, if we wanted to add anything, say fuel trim, let's do the first one just for a quick example. Go back to start. And there you have it. It replaces all 3 with the next one that we selected. So it's super easy to use, and you can data log there, which is really useful for guys who want to record performance to track. Use left arrow to go back. You have battery voltage at the bottom here, 11.9 is what we're tracking at. Press OK to complete, takes you back. So again, really easy to use menus. Left arrow goes back. Sometimes it'll say OK to confirm. Overall, super simple. If you go back, we're at the main menu. So that was tune and scan. Finally, you'll have info. If you go into that menu, you have vehicle and device info. Vehicle info will be things like your VIN number, your ECU strategy code, things that you would need if requesting, say, a custom tune. Those are really key pieces of information. So if you don't have a VIN sticker anymore, after so many years, maybe it's faded, worn out, you guys can track that right here on your device. Device info will give you your device serial number. It'll also give you firmware and software versions. So key things about the actual device itself. You can even select that to show you guys what that quick menu looks like. It'll tell you if your VIN's locked, saying that your truck is tuned. That's also a good thing to have in your vehicle info menu. So lots of good stuff to keep track of here. It's a very simple, easy to use device. Not a whole lot of options at the main menu, but just the key things that you would need from a preloaded tuner, and the fact that you're recalibrating for your speedometer and you can track DTC codes, really useful stuff. Well guys, that's going to wrap up my review, install, and dyno test for the Superchips Flashpaq F5 Tuner, fitting all 09 to 10 5.4 F150s. If you want to pick this up, you can do so for your own truck right here at AmericanTrucks.com.